Casuals, gentlemen, at number 10, and they actually won Opportunity Knocks. Do you remember Opportunity Knocks with Huey Green? Most sincerely, folks. They won it 3 times in a row. At number 9, I love this sound, don't you? We'll get down to this one. It's the Bandwagon, breaking down the walls of heartache.
Like a man up in the morning, heading for the walls of heartache. Working every day, waiting for the pale heartbreak.
At number 9 in our top 20, breaking down the walls of heartache, the Bandwagon right here at Pick of the Pops. Tony Blackburn here with you. That's the Bandwagon, and of course they had lots of hits in the 70s under the name of Johnny Johnson and the Bandwagon. And at number 8, a song written and produced by the Bee Gees for the Marbles, and Only One Woman. At number 8, Only One Woman. That's a great song, is it? From Marbles. I lost mine years ago. It is, of course, Pick of the Pops, and it's a non-mover. At number 7, been a lot of versions of this one. This is my favorite. From Jose Feliciano, It's Like My Fire. He won a Grammy Award in 1968 for the best solo vocal performance of this. Actually, Will Young did a good version of this pretty recently, didn't he, as well? This is great.
You know that it would be untrue. You know that I would be a liar if I was to say to you, hey, girl, we couldn't get much higher. Light my fire, light my fire, light my fire. Oh, light my fire, light my fire, light my fire. Yeah, girl, girl, you better light my fire. Yeah.
Getting slightly obsessed by somebody lighting his fire there. That's Jose Feliciano and Light My Fire at number 17. Great song. Talking about great songs, right here at Pick of the Pops, this is at number 6, a song written by Bob Dylan. And it's the Jimi Hendrix Experience. And Hendrix actually re-recorded his guitar parts several times before he was finally satisfied. It's called All Along the Watchtower, right here at BBC Radio 2. Quite a guitarist and quite a song there. That's the wonderful Jimi Hendrix Experience, All Along the Watchtower, at number 6. At number 5, Those Were the Days, Mary Hopkin. And at 4, oh my goodness me, one of my favorite Motown songs of all time, This Old Heart of Mine, first released in 1966, but towards the end of the 60s, many Motown tracks were actually reissued and became hits for the second time round. Motown sound has given me so much pleasure over the years, and that is one of those great tracks from the Isley Brothers, This Old Heart of Mine. This weekend, on the 13th of November 1968, Tony Blackburn here at BBC Radio 2 with Pick of the Pops. And at number 3, a guy I knew really well because my manager was Harold Davidson, who was married to Marion Ryan, and she had 2 twin sons, Paul and Barry Ryan. And Barry Ryan got to number 2, but this week number 3 with this one, called Eloise.
Every night I'm there, I'm always there. She knows I'm there, and heaven knows I hope she goes. I got to praise her, yeah. She knows I love her.
Just wonderful arrangement on that one, and beautifully sung by Barry Ryan. Quite a masterpiece, isn't it? Eloise, lovely hearing that again on Pick of the Pops, right here at BBC Radio 2, and that was at number 3. Just didn't make it to number 1, got to number 2 in actual fact. Here's one that was at number 1 for just 1 week. This week it's at number 2, the week ending the 13th of November 1968. It's Joe Cocker, that unique voice he has, and with a little help from my friends. Cocker with a little help from my friends at number 2. I asked him once how he got that sound in his voice, and he jokingly said to me, I gargle with razor blades. In a moment, the number 1, but right now, let's have a look at the top 20. Right now, here comes the top 20 for the week ending the 13th of November, 1968. Down 5 to this week's 20, A Day Without Love, Love Affair. At 19, You're All I Need to Get By, goes up 2, Marvin Gaye, Tammy Terrell. Up 4 to this week's 18, Ain't Got No, I Got Life, Nina Simone. Down 4 to 17, My Little Lady, The Tremolos. Up 1 to this week's number 16, it's Long John Baldry and Mexico. Down 1 to 15, Listen to Me, The Hollies. Down 6 to 14, Little Arrows, Leafy Lee. Up 10 to 13, Eleanor, The Turtles. Still at 12, Les Biscuits, The Belsize, Engelbert Humperdinck. And down 1 to this week's number 11, Hey Jude, it's The Beatles. Pick up the top 10, up 1 place to this week's 10, Jessamine, The Casuals. Up 7 to 9, Breaking Down the Walls of Heartache, The Bandwagon. Down 2 to this week's 8, Only One Woman, The Marbles. Still at number 7, Light My Fire, Jose Feliciano. And up 3 to this week's number 6, All Along the Watchtower, The Jimi Hendrix Experience. Hey, the top 5 are on the way. Down 3 to this week's 5, Those Were the Days, Mary Hopkin. Up 1 to 4. This Old Heart of Mine, the wonderful Isley Brothers. Up 1 to this week's 3, Eloise, Barry Ryan. Down 1 to 2, with a little help from my friends, it's Joe Cocker. Up 2 to this week's number 1, The Good, The Bad, and The Ugly. Hugo Montenegro and his orchestra. Of 4 weeks at the top of the chart, Hugo Montenegro and The Good, The Bad and The Ugly at number 1. In a moment we're going to go to the year of 1981, but right now this is Radio 2 online, on digital and on 88 to 91 FM.